What's going on, everybody? Ruskin here. Welcome back to the channel. And have you guys seen the news today? Holy shit, if you've been online today, then you already know there's a new car in the game. And it's kind of a significant car that we've been waiting on for, gosh, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years. So is that car really any good? And how good is it? Let's get into that right here, right now. So in order to buy the Duke o' Death, you'll need to go to the Warstock Cash and Carry website on your phone, and for some reason it's not up at the top even though it is brand new. It's almost really towards the bottom of the page, so you'll have to scroll down a little bit. But when you do find it, you'll notice that if you've been playing Grand Theft Auto for any length of time at all, it's actually free to own. That's right, completely free to own this vehicle. So now that you've bought the vehicle, now that you've customized it a little bit, and it's been free to own for you, let's really do some testing on it. The first thing I noticed with this vehicle was that it's actually got explosion resistance, and this was a surprise to me because I imagined it would be just like the armored Kuruma with bullet resistance, but one sticky bomb or one rocket would take it out. And I'm going to show you real quick on screen. I tried it with a rocket. For me, 2 rockets blew it up. But I've seen other people do 3 rockets to blow it up, 4 rockets to blow it up. So I think it depends on the range, how close you are when, you know, the rocket is from where it takes off to where it hits. And then, of course, does it hit the car directly on the front end like I did, right on the engine? Does it hit it on the side? Does it blow up on the ground and there's just some splash damage on it? So there are some variables there. Same thing with sticky bombs. I've seen it take anywhere from 2 to 3 to 4 sticky bombs to blow it up as well. And homing rockets from things like a Buzzard or a Savage, it seems like it can take a lot more damage than just that 2 to 3 from an actual rocket launcher. So now that we've talked about the explosive damage, obviously this car should be 100% bulletproof, right? Or at least you would think. Well, it is very bullet resistant. It's probably the most bullet resistant car in the game next to the Kuruma, but as you just saw right there, my character did get shot right in the face, and you will take some bullet damage. It's not as good as the Kuruma. I do think that it's better overall than any of the other bullet resistant cars in the game. Now, for whatever reason, just owning a Duke o' Death, suddenly it's just that, it's a death sentence for you, because the second other players in your session realize that you have a Duke of Death, whether they're in one or not, they're gonna fucking LJT, what an asshole. The second that they realize you have one, whether they're in one or not, no matter what they're in, no matter what they're doing, you're gonna be priority number 1, and it's gonna be like you have a big fat fucking bullseye on your head. The police love to impound the fucking thing, and the other players in the session love to have the challenge of coming after you and trying to kill you, as you're gonna see on screen right here. Just organizations after organizations of people coming after me. Maybe that's just because it's brand new or whatever, I don't know, but what I can tell you is that this car is so fast that pretty much anybody in the session has a really hard time keeping up with me to actually run me down and gun me down. The other thing is that they can't blow me up in one rocket or in one sticky bomb. Plus I'm fast and can get away. They can shoot me if they were a good enough shot, but as fast as I'm going, how are they going to be able to aim at me to shoot me like that? Now, one of the downsides to this car, though, is just like the Kuruma, if you're going to use anything but an AP pistol, you'll actually have to get out of the car to use it. You can only use your pistols and maybe an Uzi in the car while driving. So, for example, in the clip on screen, I actually had to get out of the car to pull out a rocket launcher to blow these guys up because I couldn't lay down sticky bombs. With them, it wasn't a big issue because they're just, you know, in a regular little car there. But for example, I had an insurgent chasing me, and I couldn't throw out sticky bombs to lay a trap for him, so that kind of became an issue. So the next thing is speed, and I've heard some mixed things here. I've heard some people say it's the 9th fastest car in the game, it's the 9th fastest muscle car, it's the 10th fastest armored car. Well, I happen to know a little something about muscle cars, as you can see on screen here. I've got just full garages full of muscle cars. Some of them are real fast like the Dominator, and some of them are real slow like the Stallion. What I can tell you is that this Duke O' Death is the fastest muscle car in the game, and that as far as armored cars go, it's faster than the Kuruma, and it leaves the Insurgent in the dust. So as far as I'm concerned, aside from supercars, it is the fastest car in the game. Another great thing about it too is that unlike the regular Dukes, which the second you hit anything seems to come to a screeching halt and has a weird mechanic on it, a weird gameplay mechanic where the front end goes down into the dirt and the rear end goes up in the sky, this one plows through shit with ease. So next, one of the most unique features of this car, and I know some other vehicles do have, it's these over the hood rack, headlights, these spotlights. And while other vehicles may have spotlights just like this, they're not anywhere near as bright as the ones on this car. These are the brightest headlights in the entire game. They're actually blinding, and you can kind of use it to fuck with people and blind them. Definitely you can use it to see in any dark alley you're ever going to go down. And not only is it going to be fast enough to chase after anybody that you would need to chase after to try and kill, but it can also be used to pull up on a fence and have, a little something to climb on when a bounty wants to hide in somebody's backyard on the map like a fucking chicken shit. So that's exactly what I did right here. Now really, I probably could have done this without the Duke of Death, but just because I have the Duke of Death, I'm going to use it for everything now because it's that damn cool. Leave a like on this video if you agree and think it's just that damn cool. And hell, go ahead and subscribe to see more of that damn cool shit on this here channel. So the very last thing I want to talk about here in this video is actually going to be the fact that beyond just the Dukes of Death or Duke O' Death being free to own, also all of the returning player items and vehicles are free to own. If you've gotten a message like this on your screen when you logged into Grand Theft Auto today or the next time that you log into Grand Theft Auto, it's because anybody who has purchased something like the $1.8 million submarine, I think it's called the Kraken, if you've purchased the hatchet melee item at ammunition, if you purchased the original Dukes, if you purchased the Dodo airplane that can land on both land and water, if you've made any of these purchases, there's a couple more. The Stallion muscle car, like you saw, I have one in my garage. There's a regular one and one with liveries. There's also a Ballista compact car. If you've purchased any of these things, you'll see a message like this on your screen the next time you log into Grand Theft Auto Online where they've refunded you your money because all of these items are now free. And so like you can see on screen here, I was given over $2 million in refunds today, so that was excellent. So at the end of the day, I 100% recommend this vehicle. I think the Kuruma is a little bit more bulletproof and more practical in that way. Also, it is, maybe important to note that the Kuruma can seat 4 players where this can only seat 2 players. And of course the Insurgent's better for explosion resistance, but overall I think this car is more cool and better, and maybe that's just because it's new. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section down below, but be sure and leave a like on this video if you did like it. Feel free to subscribe if you are new, and if you liked the video and haven't already, why haven't you subscribed, man? But until my next video, I'll see you, bye.